Okay, we're in the FM Acoustics Vertere room here at HiFi Deluxe 2019. I've asked to cue up the David Bowie, his seminal work, Lazarus, from the Black Star LP. And we have the FM Acoustics eye candy for everybody here. And let's listen to some Bowie.
Look up here, I'm in heaven. I've got scars that can't be seen. I've got drama, can't be stolen. Everybody knows me now. Look up here, man, I'm in danger. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm so high it makes my brain whirl. Drop my cell phone down below. Just like me. By the time I got to New York, I was living like a king.
Well, it's sounding very, very realistic. I'm going to ask Manuel to talk us through the system. Manuel, if you could get into the shot, please.
Well, this is the smaller system we do, called XS IIIC. It's the third version of the XS III. We're not a loudspeaker manufacturer, we're an electronics manufacturer, but being an amplifier manufacturer, we needed to assure that our amplifiers drive any speaker in the world, and that goes for magnetic planar, for dynamic, for electrostatic, for other systems. And so I ended up with, about 30 different speakers. Anything from small two-ways or even single driver concentric, who had a nice imaging, a colored sound, to a dynamic super bass with the rest ill-defined, or another speaker which would do the treble very nicely defined, or the double electrostatics I have, but not quads. All day rights, very difficult to drive, gas filled with leaking gas with 15,000 volt on the, deadly dangerous, But you can imagine logging this into the listening room, logging out, and this one, it was just too complicated eventually. And so I wanted to design something that does it all, that has the imaging, that has the dynamics, has the details, has the frequency range, has the depth of field when there is a depth of field, but not always a depth of field. Some studio recordings, the mic is right in front of the guitar amp. Then you don't want to have a depth of field. You want to have a guitar that's right there. So 3 years of studying, and my first patents were in actually loudspeakers, not in electronics. And I came up with a big system, which you see back there, which you maybe show later, which is a very complex system. It's a 7-driver, 5-way active system. And it's not something you want to build. It's a headache to the end. Because to get the drivers to not only today, the tolerances of drivers from whatever manufacturer you buy are so large that it's impossible. I'm not talking 1 dB, 2 dB, 3 dB. I'm talking 3, 4, 5 dB tolerance between one driver to the next. And people put this into the speaker and think they can get a response. Impossible. So we're selecting drivers technically. We get the best drivers made. Not all the drivers are made by us. Most of the drivers are made by us, but some drivers are not made by us, for us. We get the best selection. Then we weigh them, we analyze them. And by, with experience, you realize that you can actually start to hear drivers that measure identical, but dynamically they react differently. And then you can see a little bit, this guy used too much glue on the voice coil. So this is somehow reacting with the reflection and so on. Very interesting, but very hard as well. If you want to run a production, it's impossible. So we're only making the big systems. We didn't want to make it, but clients came and said, Manuel, what did you do to me? Please make me a system, please. And I'm too good a guy, so I started actually making them by order, one by one. And it's a headache. And then some people came, can you make something a bit smaller? And then we made something smaller, XS2, and this is the smallest one, XS3. It's a 4-way system, bi-amplified again, 2 very small amplifiers down here, but only size-wise small. You heard the dynamics that the system is capable of. Bi-amplified, like I said, electronic crossover on the back. All the cables, input, crossover, multi-core. It's a multi-core cable because, like I said, the crossover is outside and you can tune each side to the room. Meaning, if you have a room that is asymmetrical, you can still get perfect mono image with this system, which you have to adjust. It's not an easy job, it can be done, it only has to be done once. So very versatile, but it's a complete system. It's not a speaker. It comes with the isolators, it comes with the bass. It's just designed like that, because if you put that speaker on the floor, it's not going to sound right. It's not going to be right. So it's a complete system. It does need a preamplifier from HiFi Acoustics. Doesn't matter which model. You can take the least expensive one. But the output stage of the preamplifier is already part of the electronic crossover. So if you use another preamplifier, you will change the phase, you will change frequency response, crossover frequencies. So it's a complete system approach. That's what we're presenting here.
Well, the sound is beautiful as it always is every year.
You're too kind. Thank you.
Well, you are a great, great designer, and
It's not just me, it's a group of people. You know, that
well, your
say that.
team is a great team.
Thank you.
Manuel, I want to thank you for being in the business all these years and bringing beautiful music to so many people throughout the globe. Thank you. Guys, I want to give a little round of applause for Manuel, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Great sound today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.